Hello fam, you guys are welcome to a lovely video today. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use the Fibonacci. The essence of using Fibonacci is actually to spot support and resistance, and also to actually confirm if where you spot your support and resistance is correct. So I love to spot my support and resistance manually. So right now I can see this is a resistance and this is a support, because resistance is top, support is bottom. We can also see some resistance and few other minor support level. So this is a support level, support, resistance. So but now, to be sure about this and to be able to see the accurate support and resistance, and even the stronger support and resistance, we can introduce this Fibonacci. So now in Fibonacci, all you need is not just a Fibonacci, all you need is a Fibonacci retracement. So you can see it's called Fib retracement. So, but okay, yeah, fine. You can also do your research and see why it's called Fibonacci. It's a very strong sequence or symbol or mathematical formula in nature. So, and also speaking about nature, these prices are also nature, because these are thousands of unwilling or unplanned supply and demand so far, and it's designed this way. Therefore, we need to use something from the natural formula to detect the strong point at which price will go next. So, one of the big rules you need to know about support and resistance is buy on the support and sell on resistance. Very important. If you buy on resistance, that means price is about to break the trend. I will advise you use a buy limit order. A buy limit order is sorry about that. When a buy limit order is when you place an order, let's say you place an order at 700 and 704, you want, if price gets to 704, that's well above this resistance. You can see the price over here, 704. Once price get above 704, you want price to activate an open order. So when the price gets to 704, it's going to activate this order, and your position is going to be opened. Your trading position is going to be open. So, that being said, let's dive right into the deal of the day. So, how to use Fibonacci. First of all, in the use of Fibonacci, you need to spot your trend. Is it a buy trend or a sell trend? You need to spot your trend. I need to use the help of your previous highest high and your previous lowest low. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. So, see this as a trade. When price goes up, down, up, down, up, down, or this kind of looks perfect. If price goes up, all right, and price is here at the moment, all right, what you want to do is simple. You make sure that there is a previous high and there is a previous low. So the highest previous high and the highest previous low, that's what you're searching for. If you can search for this and see this, then you can draw your Fibonacci. If you can't see this, then it's wrong. Your Fibonacci wouldn't be correct, and this will lead to disaster in trading your analysis. Sometimes the trade do not give you a nice point to spot your previous high and your previous low. So when your previous high and previous low, you're drawing the trend. Hence, this is a sell trend. You're drawing your Fibonacci from top to bottom. If it's a buy trend, like buy trend, you draw your Fibonacci from bottom to the top. All right. So I'm going to show you guys all of that very soon. I'm going to go deep into it, and you guys will see what I'm trying to say here. So now you have your price up and down, and this is the price, and this is the current place the price is at the moment. You can draw your Fibonacci from top to bottom because there is no previous low. There's a previous high, but there's no previous low. You must make sure price is in between a previous or somewhere around a previous high and a previous low. Therefore, you can draw your Fibonacci from top to bottom or bottom to top. You can draw from bottom to top if it's on a buy trend. You can write that down, or from the top to bottom if it's on a sell trend. All right, so quickly, let's go to the chart analysis and see how this is done and how you can perfect this one very well. All right, so right now this is a live chart from BNB USDT. And right now, the lowest I can see, this is also a lowest, this is also a lowest, this is also a lowest, but the greatest, biggest lowest I can see is this point right here. And the highest, the previous highest I can see is this point right here. So this lowest kind of correspond with this other lowest. So I'm just going to draw my Fibonacci from this top to the bottom. But hence this looks like a buy trend, I'll be drawing from bottom to top. So I'm going to pick my Fibonacci and draw from this point to this point, leaving the current price in between the two of them. So I'm just going to draw this like this. Let me zoom in so you guys can see with more details. So now, because this is a buy trend, price is kind of going up, I'm going to draw from the bottom to the top of this point. Then I'll extend it so I can make a full sense out of it. So right now, this is where it comes in. Now you can see 0.05, which I call 50, Fibonacci 50. I'll show you why I'm calling this 50. Assume this is 70 and assume this is 30. The middle point between 30 and 70 is 50. All right. So see this as your resistance, see this as your support level. When price goes up, it comes to your support level. But before you know, if price is going to come down to the support level, price must first break the 50 point. Therefore, that's why we have Fibonacci 50. So aside the 50 point, there are other invisible lines like 30. I call this one 30, 0.38. It's 30. If you can do the correction, you can go to your Fibonacci and your Fibonacci settings and do the correction. But I don't, you can see the correction right here, 0.5, blah, blah, blah. You can change them to the number you want them. But I just love to leave it this way so you don't mess it up. So we have Fibonacci 20, 30, 50, 60, and 50, and I think this one should be 70. Yeah, 78, yeah, 70. So right now, and the last two Fibonacci's, which are a great point. So now, this is how Fibonacci works. Quickly, let me show you guys. This is what Fibonacci sequence looks like. It's actually a circle. I'm going to draw the circle with a red pen. So it comes very tiny, then wide, and wide, and wider. You must have seen this in so many patterns, in universe, seashells, a lot of things. You can see them. Now we're going to take a black pen and draw out a support and resistance line, which is this, 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 this. Now let's clean the red line. You can see them, and let me also reduce the number of black line we have. So because I'm not accurate in drawing these things, it's just my man-made, and you can see the middle is much more tinier than the other point. So it's like much more tiny than the other point. Whatever it is, this is much more accurate Fibonacci. You can see right here. So you can see the middle, which is 50, tiny, they are close together. You can see the gaps as it goes further. So the tiny point or Fibonacci 50 is the strongest point, meaning if price is coming all the way from this top, comes to Fibonacci 50, there must be a stop. There must be a stop. So now you can see, you can spot this spot as your resistance, and you can spot this spot as your support. So you can, sorry, this is also your resistance, which we can say if price is coming from above, is also your resistance has turned a support. So you can see a resistance point, a resistance point here. Therefore, if price is coming from this point and price gets to this point, there must be a bounce back. Of course, because there's already a support and there's already a resistance level, a very strong resistance level. Price rejected this point twice. Therefore, when price is coming, it's going to reject it. And also, your Fibonacci is confirming that also that this point is also a very strong support level. So now you can see how price moved down to this point, rejected it. Price is moving down to this point, is rejecting it again. So this stuff works like magic. So you can see Now, in the past, you can see our price went to this point, rejected it, moved to the next, moved to the next move Fibonacci, broke this one because there is the inverser head and shoulder pattern, which is very strong. In the next video, we're going to be talking about patterns. So price move up, move close to Fibonacci 50, bounce back again, move to Fibonacci 50, bounce back, then eventually broke it, went to the next Fibonacci, then kind of retested a bit, not a nice retest, went up and up to this point again. So you need to understand and see how the Fibonacci works. So I hope you guys will be having more questions by weekend for me on this question, on this particular topic, spotting Fibonacci and using your Fibonacci and using it to actually detect and confirm your support and resistance. It's already 10 minutes on the clock, and I think I've said everything I want to say. So if there's any more question, any more contributions, we're going to be talking that in the webinar we'll be hosting this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe.